Always fresh and a little bit sticky. Keep it down, cannabis wiki. We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The green room on cannabis wiki.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Green Room live from Station House Cannabis Co. Our first farm gate.
Yay.
Yay. Hey Derek, how's it going?
Good. How you doing, Jackie?
This is awesome. A beautiful fall day, lots of people around.
Mm-hmm.
And our first guest of the day is Justin Maki. He is an artist and a musician and a creative entrepreneur.
That's right.
Wow, creative entrepreneur. Hello, welcome. To
Thank
the Green
you.
Room.
Thank you so much for having me. This is the first time that I've done something like this, and I couldn't think of starting it off any other way.
This is great. You had just come off a full weekend of music festival, did you not?
Yes, I did. So over the last year, my team and I at the Good Vibes Community Association have been planning a music festival, music and culture festival here in St. Thomas. It's called the St. Thomas Summer Harvest Festival, and we just wrapped it up this past weekend. It was a lot of fun, a lot of work, but super fulfilling. So I'm glad that I did it.
We just missed it, Jackie.
I know. That's
How dare you?
story of our lives. We
That's okay.
just missed it. So tell us what we missed. Did you play?
Yeah.
I personally did perform, yes, on Saturday at noon.
Okay.
However, I was mostly partly managing the festival. And so we had a huge lineup of artists Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some notable names are Crash Adams, who are pretty huge. We also had Beverly Mahood, who's like
I know who that is.
yeah. Kind of a local darling who's never played here before. And yeah, so just a couple acts
and
like
she's
that.
A cutie.
Yeah,
Local
totally.
Darling. She's
Yeah,
a cutie.
she definitely is a cutie. And then just like a bunch of different programming throughout the park that was free. So we had like seniors, children's, multicultural, wellness, etc. Going basically all day, Saturday, Sunday.
When you say wellness, was there weed there?
There was not weed there. There was not weed. We missed that component of it. Yeah. That's okay.
Except for there might have been weed there, but like unofficially. Right?
Hey, I mean, I definitely smell.
You smelt it.
I definitely did.
She made her presence.
What do you do? So, because like
musician.
Yeah, you're a musician. You're a performer. But like, what is it that you do in the? Is it a band or what is it?
Yeah, so as you said, my primary occupation is being a musician and artist. I sort of straddle the line between professional corporate musician and an artist. So I write my own music.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the time, I would say 75% of the time, I perform as a solo act at events of all kinds.
So you sing?
Oh yes, I sing. Sorry, I probably should.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
like, so
I sing and I play guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you bring your guitar today?
I wasn't asked, so
What?
I didn't. Yeah. No,
Jess.
nobody told me to bring it. So she told me to wear a cape, but she didn't tell me to bring my guitar.
I wear a cape.
I know. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about, Jess? But
I think what you wore is perfect. I wish you had brought your guitar. But you have a smooth voice. Like you have a very clear, smooth voice. Like it's coming through like a radio personality.
hey, it's all about the diaphragmatic support. That's what it's about.
Diaphragmatic support. Is that really? Do we all have a diaphragmatic?
It's called a diaphragm.
All
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I still have one?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. I got most things removed.
When did you start? When did you start being a performer? Like at what age?
So at the age of 11. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm 28 now. So I've been doing it for the last 17 years.
Wow.
You just picked up a guitar and you were, or no?
Well, no. So like my mom was a pretty dedicated musician back in the day, like back in her like mid 20s, early teens and stuff. And she kind of decided to take her career another way, but she really wanted me to pursue music. So she introduced me to music at a very young age, like singing harmonies with me and stuff like that, even before the age of 11. But when I turned 11, and I lived in Japan for a little bit of time, actually,
Cool.
when I was a young kid. But when we moved here permanently, she enrolled me in a rock school called Studio Arts, which is a kind of a music school in town here.
You're a music nerd.
And that's fine.
Cute
I'm totally cool with that.
Go on.
And yeah, that just kind of like that introduced me to the world of music. I played in like 5 bands at a time. I was in, every single musical ensemble you can imagine in high school, and I just kept on going, and now I'm very thankful to say I'm doing music full time. So
And you earn your living off of music.
So
That's
like,
amazing.
where do you? Is it just the band, or do you do like stuff for like movies and like other things? Like, how do you make the money off the
Corporate.
music? The corporate side.
yeah, so so like corporations and stuff like that, or businesses will contact me to like play at their events.
Okay.
And so that's like the main source of income, my main source of income. As far as like getting songs synced in shows and commercials and movies and stuff like that, I'm still working out how to do that. It's, the music industry is very much about relationships, and
Yep.
so I need to develop the right relationships to make those placements happen. But that is definitely an income stream that I have my eye on, and I have had my eye on it for a very long time.
Are you part of like any groups? Like what I've seen, especially like during COVID, artists would like get on a Zoom call and they'd be like in a session,
Yeah.
and they'd be like all over the world, and then contribute to, making things so that they could submit them-
Remotely.
Yeah, remotely.
Yeah, what did COVID do? How did you do COVID?
Oh, yeah, COVID was tough, but I'm glad that it happened, because I feel like I'm a much more resilient individual now. During COVID, I wrote a lot. I also improved my production skills. To answer your previous question though about the groups and stuff like that, I mean, I definitely like made some connections online or via social media and stuff, because I really dug into my social media. But I definitely did some like remote collaborations and remote covers and stuff, but no official groups per se. Yeah, during that time.
Can you hum something or sing something for us? Do you do that? Like if someone says, "Can you just sing something?" I mean, you're handsome. You have a great voice. Let's hear
Oh
it.
well, thank you so much.
Let's
Wow.
hear it. Welcome to the green room. You wanna-
Serenade Jackie.
Yes,
And did you
please.
notice I'm wearing green for the
Yeah,
green
like,
room?
I like the whole ensemble. Everything's good.
Let's see if we can make her blush.
And the smooth, silky butter sound in my ear
Um,
is perfect.
Let's see. Some people want it all, but I just want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby. If I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, but I just want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got to you. Wow.
Yes, it made me blush
Yeah.
and goosebumps.
Oh, sound
Wow.
effects.
That was really good.
Thank you.
So we can shoot the shit all day, but that's the real sauce. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Yeah. Singing is my is my number one instrument for sure.
So when you say creative entrepreneur,
Yeah.
I think of content creation. I think of online. I think of
Sure.
so is that what does that mean to you? What is creative entrepreneur?
Sure. Well, I think, because I'm a musician and artist, as I said, but
Yep.
but I think like what a lot of artists don't realize is that in the music business,
You got to be a jack
gotta-
of all trades. You got to
well,
be a hustler.
Yeah, but I mean, the music business is like 25% music and 75% business. So you
Right.
really have to be aware of and considerate of the business side of things. And so as a result, any artist is basically a micro business.
Right.
Definitely.
And so, I consider myself to be a creative entrepreneur, and I really take the business side of things very seriously. And so that's why I do that. But also, with the festival, even though it's under the moniker of the Good Vibes Community Association, which is a not-for-profit.
Good
you-
vibes community.
Good Vibes Community Association, yeah. So it's
Cute.
it's a new not-for-profit that basically was the launching pad of the festival that we just talked about. I had to really think about things from a business perspective. So I actually built out the marketing plan. For it, I launched the marketing plan, and just like the content strategy and stuff like that for the festival. So, I gotta think about both the business and the creative side of things.
Yeah. So are you signing artists like or in helping other performers? Because like you said, you started from 11. You're concentrating on the business. A lot of artists concentrate more on the art. So are you, and you have a not for profit, so you do give back. So are you helping artists, like signing them, helping them the right way, anything like that?
Yeah, it's definitely not. So the Good Vibes Community Association is not a label by any means. It's basically a platform that puts on events in St. Thomas that enrich the local community both economically and culturally. That's kind of the purpose of the.
But I mean, you personally, like what I'm saying is you're involved with good vibes. So
Yeah.
you are a charitable person. You have the experience,
Sure.
and you've identified, the problem that, hey, 75% of it is business.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely I don't actively manage artists or anything like that. I don't have a label. That's not really
yet.
That's not really something that's on the horizon for me at the moment. But yeah, primarily I am an artist and musician. The festival and Good Vibes Community Association, that's something that I wanted to explore as sort of a side project. And I'm very happy with how that worked. But, sometimes because at this point in time with my experience, I'm fairly knowledgeable on the business side of things for the music business. Artists will come to me and they'll ask for advice and I'll just give it to them.
Mentor them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who are your music mentors or inspirations? Who do you look to?
Well, musically, some of my inspirations are definitely like Alan Stone, Charlie Puth, Jacob Collier, Stevie Wonder. Like, I definitely like the style of music that I write, I like to call flirtatious jazz pop.
Oh, well, you got that nailed there,
That
Justin.
trademarked?
Yeah, let's go. So I imagine it as sort of an intersection between R&B, soul, jazz, and funk with a pop presentation. So the artists that I just listed off, it's kind of an intersection between the sounds of those artists.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'm still bubbly from like goosebumpy from the song, from the music. Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself? So if it's not the label, what's headed for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be playing like stadiums across the world. That's always been my dream. And about
That's the goal. That's
3
what you're
years.
working
Yeah.
towards.
So about 3 years ago, I was selling cars actually. I graduated Western, and I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? I got a job selling cars, and I was like, I hate my life. I wanna figure out how to take control,
Right.
take agency, embrace the agency in my life. So, I sat down with a huge piece of cardboard and I created a 5-year plan for myself, and I'm about halfway through that at the moment. So I'm doing music full time, which is one of the steps in my 3-tier plan. But I would like to get to a place where I am making a plentiful income from my own artistry.
Right. That's great.
Yeah.
And well, you just said it out loud. That's right. We're manifestation, and you've got
Absolutely.
the board and your whole. I mean, why not? You sound incredible. So
Thank you.
we're at Station House Cannabis Co. in St. Thomas, and this is
right.
a cannabis, our farm gate. Can you tell us a cannabis story? I know you don't consume regularly or often, but
Oh, the sound effects are on point today.
just a bong rip or two before you head into the story.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, so as you said, I don't really consume cannabis on a regular basis. I have nothing against it.
Right.
I just don't really consume cannabis like via smoking, just because I'm a singer. My voice is very important to me, and I also kind of grew up at a young age with asthma, so I don't want to aggravate that at all. That being said, back in high school, when my friends and I just graduated, or I think we were about to graduate, we had a New Year's Eve party. And yeah, this is going to get interesting. So I had never had weed up until that point. I was probably 18, 19. And my buddy, my good friend David, he had been smoking and
We're not allergic to
consuming.
bees.
No, we're fine.
Okay.
Smoking and consuming weed for a long time up until that point. And so he was like, man, it's like New Year's Eve. Like you gotta go for it. You gotta just give it a try. And I was like, okay. I was probably like 5 beers in at that point. And I had the tiniest piece of weed brownie. It's like probably this big. And
That's all it takes.
an hour or two after that, I was done. I was sinking into the couch. I didn't know what was left or right. I felt my chest was on fire. I felt like I was breathing fire.
Oh,
I couldn't put my shoelaces on. And after
Sorry.
midnight, I literally don't remember what happened. Like that was the first and only time that I've ever blacked out in my life.
Oh no.
So because of that experience, I was like, I'm probably never gonna consume cannabis ever again.
Scared the poop
Yeah,
right out
it
ya.
did definitely scare me. I was like, I literally took the tiniest portion and like I am done. So yeah, after that, I didn't consume cannabis for a very long time. But my brother likes to partake in cannabis regularly, and so me being in close proximity to him, and we're very close. Sometimes I'll partake.
Sometimes you pass the
yeah,
Dutchie.
sometimes I will. I'll take a few puffs, and it's a good time. I think that smoking it is a lot less impactful than
The edibles?
lasts a lot less long.
Yes, it's a
than
more
the
controllable
edibles.
high.
So yeah, I've definitely had a giggly time for sure. Smoking cannabis on occasion. Don't tell my mom that; she'll probably freak out. But
This will be our soundbite, Justin.
yeah.
don't tell my mom that. We'll make that go viral.
That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, but I smoke occasionally, but it's not something that's in my daily routine.
Right.
Like I said, I have nothing against it. I think it's awesome. I think it's done wonderful things for mental health and for, just functionality of individuals.
Definitely.
And just as a means by which to just chill and relax, and also an inspiration for creativity, as you mentioned earlier. So yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that little story.
No worries.
Where are you playing next? What do you got coming up?
Well, I'm assuming that this podcast is not going to be coming out for another
2
couple
weeks.
weeks, eh?
Yeah. 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, I can tell you.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. I'm just trying to remember here because I don't have my calendar in front of me. But I did just book a gig at Huron College with my band, my trio.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be playing November 8th. I believe that's a Tuesday. We're going to be playing there from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. With my trio. So I'm really stoked on that. Like I said, I went to Western back in the day, and prior to transitioning fully to Western, I actually attended Huron College. So it's going to be kind of a full circle moment for me.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
really nice. So, and how can we find you on socials? What are your social media? Are you on Spotify and all of them? You everywhere?
Oh, I'm everywhere and anywhere.
How do we find you?
So you can find me on socials at Justin Maki Music, last name spelled Maki, like the sushi roll.
Yep.
That way you never forget it.
I love a Maki
So it's
roll.
at Justin Maki Music. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube,
TikTok.
Twitter. TikTok, I sort of deleted for some time because it's super addictive. So I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll jump back on the train, but I'm everywhere and anywhere that you can imagine. And then my music, yes, you can find me Justin Maki.
Justin Maki.
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to music, I'm there. Check it out. I actually just dropped my first ever full length record in June, June 21st, first day of summer. Yeah, it's called New Flame.
New Flame.
And there's a lot of flirtatious jazz pop on that. So definitely go check that out.
I'm sure Jackie's gonna be downloading
I'm already
that
Googling
right away.
it right
She
now.
already
I'm
did.
trying to-
She was like, "Whoa." Oh man, those goosebumps are still there. Yeah.
I just hit him. So I kicked him
I
under the
didn't give
table.
you permission to touch me.
Sorry, I did it again. Now I can't help it. Well, I thought that song was permission.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the Green Room Station House Cannabis.
My
Derek.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
fun. Peace.
Peace out. A-Town. Doot, 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 doot. Doot, doot,
Thank
doot,
you.
doot.
That was
Okay,
really
that's
good.
it.
We're always fresh and a little bit sticky. The Green Room on Cannabis Wiki.